From one ER about the other. Listen up, you're at a higher time in your life. Right now, you listen to Avril. Let the truth be known.
In the politics area, you know, she have it.
Never had a boring moment in my life.
She's the voice of the Caribbean.
Back as I remember, I was never alone. Queen Avril is on the throne. No more feeling lonely. Every rules the air, you know. Every day is like an Avril day.
Let me make sure that my mic is working tonight. I just got to make sure of that. I don't want to be here with my glasses on and my mic is not working. So welcome to the Avril Show. It's another Monday evening. I'm coming to you tonight. Wait, let me get myself very well organized tonight. Because as you can see, I'm wearing my glasses. I don't know, but I tell you, what a thing when we people love to be in things. Back home, they say, we love to be in things. What I tell you. Anyway, this show must go on tonight. And remember, let me put this across. So no one accusing me of I don't say hello to them when they're watching my show. Remember, if you're watching and you don't feel like letting me know you're watching, it's fine. But I don't know you're watching. Most of the time when you hear me saying hello to someone, it's because they comment on the chat. It's not because I just say hello randomly to people. But if someone says hello on the chat, I respond to them. Okay? So if I don't say hello to you and you're watching secretly, it's because that's what you choose to do. And I still respect that. But I cannot see you because this show is not a Facebook Live. Remember, this show is not a Facebook Live show. Okay, it comes through Facebook, but it's not a Facebook Live show. So if you're watching and I don't say good night to you, is because you're just watching, and I respect you taking your time out to say good night to me. But it's not because you're watching and I see you. I can't see you. Like, you have people like Sangster, right? And Sangster want me to know he's watching. So Sangster say, he give me an emoji. I don't know what that means because when it comes to Sangster, I can't trust his emojis. Okay? So if you're out there and you don't say hello, it means you're watching, but I cannot see you. But you can see me and listen to me. But I still thank you for that. So if you say good night, Boise, good night to you. And to Pat Dawson, my lovely family, good night to you, sweetheart. It's always good to have family charming in. Good night to you, Will. And to Problem Phipps, good night to you. You comment, I see it, and I would respond. But if you're just watching, thank you for tuning into the Avril Show. Let me tell you, my people, the worst thing for us as a people is, Pat, you're my family and you're no different from me. Okay? You know when I say this what I mean. When we love to be in things, it's not a good thing. So here am I wearing glasses tonight. The glasses, them are blind me. Jesus have mercy. I feel like I got up to do something and forget I had on the glasses. And let me tell you something. I don't know who tell me to go and mess with my doctor because I see all my friends, them telling me, oh, they're wearing glasses, they could see better, all kind of things. Well, Boise, I gone to tell my doctor, I need some reading glasses too. The man sent me to get reading glasses. And I gone in the place excited that I'm going to get reading glasses. And they said that it's going to make me like see things clearer and all kind of gimmick. Well, let me tell you something. I'm sitting here in these glasses and I won't dare get up in these glasses. Whatever they put in there to say, make me see better. Well, let me tell you something. I was trying to step. Good night to you, Avril. Avril. Good night, sweetheart. Washington, D.C. So I started to decide now that I am going to step. And I feel like I was stepping up on steps and there was no steps. These glasses, they say is for reading. And the only thing I'm going to do with them, put them on when I'm sitting and reading, but I don't dare walk in these glasses. I would lose my steps. I don't know what they put in there, but it's not for me. But that's how it is when we as a people like to be in things, see people have things and want to get it, and we don't understand it. So people, if you don't understand what people have, leave them alone, because until you are faced with it, you're going to understand. But anyway, I am going to wish everyone, as I says, Sangster is one of my people that I can't take on nothing that Sangster says. Okay? But let me tell you something. We're going to talk about something tonight. Somebody just text me, asked me, what am I doing in glasses? So I don't understand our folks. I just said it. You're going to text me and ask me what I'm doing in glasses. I'm somebody special. I want to feel special. But I want to discuss something with you guys tonight. And if I am wrong, I stand corrected. But I want to say something tonight about you people. And before I go tonight, I want to say, happy birthday to you. A happy birthday to you. May all your dreams to come true. And the blessings follow you. A happy birthday to you. A happy birthday to you. The best that you ever had. That is for all the Virgos out there, like Angela, Gloria Benton, everyone, Gian, and everybody who's celebrating birthday. Happy birthday to you. Well, anyway, what did somebody say? I understand I have reading glasses and I use it to read only, to look on my Bible. That's the best place to look. Let me tell you something. The best place to look is on your Bible. But let me tell you something. I'm going to discuss. Janet Dixon, how are you? Thanks for tuning in, Miss World Traveler and Miss World Sexy Traveler. Because you're not easy at all, Janet. You're all over the place, from Jamaica to Antigua, all over the place. And you don't afraid to let it out. So anyway, but let's have a little discussion tonight. So someone said something to me about a little girl who she used to love, and the little girl used to even go as far as to call her auntie. Because, out of respect, the little girl will call her auntie. But she realized, for some apparent reason, when she run into, we're going to talk some things tonight. We're going to talk about a few things tonight. So bear with me. I got to get into one after the other. But anyway, the little girl, when she's with her mother, used to call her auntie out of respect. But now when she goes around the same mother with the little girl hold her heads down, don't look her in the face, don't say hello, don't say auntie anymore. Okay? So reading and progressive glasses, they added something else. Yeah, I'm seeing you loud and clear. Loud and clear, I'm seeing you in my glasses. Okay? But she realized that the problem with the little child is that the little girl lost respect for her. Now, for me, I'm going to say something to us grown people tonight, okay? And I like to hear from you grown people also. But when you are a grown up and you're a mother and you want to have discussions about a friend or a family member who is grown like us, do not sit down in front of your children and curse their father, curse your friends, or curse your family. That child is going to lose respect. That child is going to lose respect for the person that you're talking negative about. Then it's going to show on the child behavior then we have a tendency to say the child is rude, the child is disrespectful. The child is not rude or disrespectful. The child cannot tell you what the mother say about you. So what happened here? The child itself will come around the mother, and the mother is around you talking to you as if you and her is good friends. But the child knows that when you are not around, the mother is talking negative about you. So when the child comes around, the child reaction is exactly what it's supposed to be. She don't know if she should say good night to you, call you Auntie Janet, call you Auntie Avril, because they hear their mother talking so negative about you. But you forget as a grown-up that when you're around the child, that the child does not forget what they hear the parents say. We got to be examples to our children, because many of us as parents love to sit down on the phone and we are busy gossiping, and a child is right next to us listening to everything we have to say. Then we wonder why our children go out and behave the way that they do. And don't you dare talk to that child, because that child already know her mother don't like you, her mother talk negative about you, and you in front of that child being a hypocrite, and don't realize the reason the child ain't saying nothing to you is she's not of age. But you don't understand, you cause that child to lose respect for the people around you, because we sit too much and gossip around our children. If you're holding a conversation with your child, with somebody, good night to you, Orville Clark, good night to you, sweetheart. If you're holding a conversation about somebody, whether it's a grown up in your family or your friend, maybe you're talking to your friends, you're just angry, but you're sitting on the phone with another friend talking all kind of gibberish and garbage about that friend, but the child is sitting down laying in your lap listening to everything you have to say. Good night to you, Corinne Phipps. Thank you so much for your payment. Thank you for supporting the Avril Show Foundation and the breakfast coming up. I'll be talking about that. But listen to me. Troy Welch. If you know you're talking about somebody, a grown up, do not sit down in front of your children and do it. You're causing the children to lose respect for your friends and your family. Then you wonder the children come around and you say, I don't know, her kids are so rude. When they come around, they don't say good night. They don't say anything. They just look you in the face, and the reason the children don't speak to you is because their mother already paved that way in their brain. They already talk negative about you. The kids know that their mother don't like you. So their mother is talking to you, and the children is watching their mother talking about to you, but they know deep down their mother have no respect for you. So people, if you want your children them to grow up and respect your neighbors, your friends, and your family, don't poison their brain against your friends and your family. And then you expect the children come out in public, and when they don't say good night or good morning to your friends, neighbor, or your family, then we out there saying the children is rude and disrespectful. But the mother can't say nothing then, because the mother herself know she is the downfall for that child. Anyway, let's get on to part 2 of children. So I see some kids gone back to school, and I wish to God in America that every child that go to school have on a uniform, so we can at least know their age, okay? Know their age. Because I saw a child, and a child is going to school, and what the child was wearing, who knows? I don't know if that child, listen, let me hold my glasses up a little so I could read. Good night to you, Ronnie Rochester. Good night to you. I got to fix the glasses, because I know a thing about glasses. I just begged the doctor to give me glasses for reading, and all of a sudden I'm seeing double. But anyway, so hear what I'm saying. So the child is crossing the street, and I'm a woman, and I'm watching the young girl cross the street, and I sure in my brain, I don't know if it's because I'm a mother, that child couldn't be no more than 14 years old. But the man slowed down in his car and he rolled down his window and he have to let the girl know that he's watching her, right? And he wasn't watching her like out of care and concern. He was watching her because of what she was wearing, and to him, she looked good. Why would a grown man take time to watch a child that age? Okay? But I say, for me, if these kids are in uniform, if these kids are in uniform, they look more like school children. And I don't know if it's me saying this, and if I'm wrong, you can correct me. But you want to dress up. The kids want to dress up. They want to go to school in the name brand. They want to look fly, and they want to look sexy, and they want to look cute. What does a 14-year-old care about looking sexy, going to school, and these little short nonsense that I see the child had on? And I had to pull up so the man could see me, that I see him watching the girl, and I just roll my eye at him out of disrespect. Okay? Because a grown man looking at a little 14-year-old going to school. And I say, if that child came out of the mother house dressing one thing and probably have clothes in her bag and change her clothes, because I don't know who buying these kids clothes for back to school. But if you have your children out there going back to school and you're the one buying their clothes and they're telling you what to buy for them, then your kids old enough to go work. They're old enough to go to work, because you're supposed to know you want your kids to dress and present themselves in school. Okay? I do not understand, for the sake of me, that children are out shopping for back to school with their own money. They're not working, but mother's giving them money. They're going to shop for their back to school. They buy whatever they want for back to school, and they're wearing what they want to back to school. And when you see what the kids are wearing, okay? So looking won't seem like anything. Sexuality is common now, so it's commonplace. So looking won't see like anything. Maybe it's sexuality is a common thing, but I'm talking about a child going to school and wearing what she's wearing. So this sexuality thing, I don't know if a 14-year-old need to be included in the sexuality thing. A child need to look like a child. When we were growing up and we going back to school, our mother braid our hair, our aunt or somebody fix up our hair with a little ponytail and the little stuff, and we look like little girls going to school. I couldn't wait to have the little ribbons in my hair, matching my clothes, and looking like a little girl going to school. Now, the children are going back to school in 7th grade, and the hair reach their butt. They hear and them dress like their own mother, and they dress up. It's all over. Children are consuming the same thing adults are consuming. Yes, it is. But Ronnie, you have to understand, in my house, I make the rules. No child in my house, they could consume whatever they want. But we have to raise up a child the way we want them to grow. There's a lot of things about me, and I know it's because of the way I was raised. It's not because of nothing of myself. Some of the things I don't like, but some of the things I got to say, oh my God, my mom, it's because of my mom, it's because of my dad. They instill certain things in us that even when we're grown up, we have that going on. I cannot see anybody justifying the little short stuff that I see the kids have on, the child had on going to school as a 14, 15-year-old. Let me tell you, my kids could, I think I was picking up my kids at 14 and 15, you know? But that's not what a lot of these children are getting now. I'm not disagreeing with you. I understand what you're saying, but I'm just saying it starts from in our house. Okay, Ronnie? It starts from in our house. And we have to be the example. You don't work until you could work and buy your clothes. You don't tell me what to buy for you. Because there's a lot of kids who can't afford it in school. And they're going to school in the least pair of sneakers, the least pair of outfit, right? And then your child coming in with all these name brands and the hair down to the bottom and the long nails. And let me tell you something. God never blessed me with a little girl. I think he probably know. Okay. Good night, Ambassador Miranda. Okay. God ain't blessed me with a little girl. But if I had a little girl, ain't no way my 14-year-old gonna be with me in a nail salon with these long nails on the finger going back to school this summer. And if any one of my family or friends listening to me and hear me say this and they're doing it and they're not pleased with what I'm saying, I'm still speaking my mind. Ain't no 14-year-old and 15-year-old of mine's going back to public school with long nails on, longer than mine's, hair down where they sit on the butt and they're sitting on the hair, and the little short piece of nothing going to school. Let me tell you, I wish they can just put all our kids in uniform and help our kids to grow up to be young ladies, because some of the men out there today don't care about the age of the child, because some 15-year-old look like they're 18 and 19. And that's why men got to be careful. Just don't ask the kids how old they are. See some IDs, because when these kids don't fool you off, these hot little girls out here don't fool you off, then they come arrest you because you say, they told me there was 19. Even a 19-year-old, you're going to prison. So if the child don't look like they're 25, leave them little girls alone, because they're going to fool you with the age, because their body structure, the way their body developed today, our kids are more grown than when we were growing up. Okay? So I'm asking the men, leave the little girls them alone. And if you see them acting out of themselves, put them in check or walk past them. This country today, you can't speak to nobody children anymore. Okay, so this is what I come here to say. I'm very disappointed in some of the clothing that I see our children are wearing to school, and the parents are buying for the kids to wear to school. And if you're out there, you have a right to tell me it's your money, your kids gonna wear what they want to wear. Nothing wrong with that. But if you choose to teach your kids how to be sexy at 13 and 14 and all that, more power to you. We need to teach our kids how to be young ladies, how to be a toddler. Then we need to teach them how to, just advance them in life. But we are rushing them through life. And the kids today, the problems fall right on us. I have to fix my glasses because I don't know what I'm doing in glasses. Okay. But that's what I had to say about the kids. Stop talking in front of your kids about people, and the kids sitting there listening to everything you have to say. You need to cut that out. It's very disrespectful, and you're changing the kids' mind from your friends, your family, even the teachers. Some of your parents in the house, you all cuss the teachers them like a dog in front of the kids. Then you all want the kids to go to school and respect the the teachers. They're not going to respect them because mommy say, your teacher look like an old elephant, and your teacher walk like she walking backward, and your teacher eye them look like they cross, and the kid going now looking at the teacher the next day, and the teacher don't know why, because mommy was at home cursing that teacher out. I could not be a New York City public school teacher. No way I could have done it, because the mother in me will come out, and I cannot see children misbehaving and don't say anything. But I have nothing to say with people who send their kids to school in whatever. But I wish. Okay. And for the person that asked me, one thing I said to a young lady, why is your child waking up so tired in the morning? Why your child yawning all the way to school? Oh, they don't go to bed at night. The mental state of a lot of these parents that are behaving this way needs evaluating. Thank you. The mother is saying she don't go to bed at night when I tell her go to bed. So your child have her own room. And you trying to tell me your child going to bed, Pat? Dawson, I agree, because uniform is needed, but the parents of today, they cuss, want to sue the system. Oh, yeah. Nobody can talk to them and their kids. That is true, Pat. But let me tell you something. Good night, Cheryl DeWitt, my lady. Glasses look, Cheryl, don't say the glasses look nice on me, because Cheryl, once I get up, I better make sure I take them off first, because it seems like the floor higher than it's supposed to be. I will never be seen outside in this, because Aldi Castro will have to come and pick me up. You understand me? But our kids today, unless they're in private school and there is some rules and regulation in these private school, these kids today is out of control. But here what we're talking about, the kids is out of control. Why we come down on the kids so much when it's the parents is buying the kids clothes, okay? That's because they're American. I'll get used to them, Cheryl. I'm going to. The parents is who buying the children clothes. The kids need to be in uniform in school. We fight for everything. But we as parents, how come we ain't going to Albany and demand from our elected official to pass laws that the kids wear uniform? The parents are cursing you out when you say the kids need to be in uniform. They're cursing you out. Take back the glasses. Janet Dixon, I used to think you loved me, but lately I realize you don't. But let me tell you something. The parents are not fighting for uniforms. The parents will curse if the schools say they need to get uniform. Do you know if you have 5 pairs of uniform for your children and you wash them and send them to school, you save money as a parent? Because you don't have to be out there buying the name brand, because you know what? Every parent want the child to outdo the other kids. And the child have on name brand sneakers, name brand clothes, long nails, long hair, and a cell phone. I was trying to buy a phone one time. You know what made me get me a decent phone? When I realized I'm a working woman, I don't know how I work, but I'm a grown woman. And you can tell me I don't have a decent phone, but a child 14 and 15-year-old have the newest iPhone, and all the kids have iPhone, not just American for real, but all the kids have iPhone, and they're going to school with their phone in their bag. Now that they say that they come up with something so the kids have to leave their phone in a locker, the parents went off. Why does a child need a phone in the classroom? The school is responsible that if something happened to the child, I don't know. I haven't had a child in school in some good years now, right? But when my sons were going to school, they make you fill out every time the form of who to contact in case of emergency, right? Well, when something happened and I see the school calling, I get alarmed because I know something is wrong with my child, right? Mothers don't want to be mothers anymore. Society is permit and a status. It's better to be their daughter's friend rather than their parents. Thank you, Troy. America is about these glasses. Janet, I'm going to really take them back. There's too much. There is no need for money to spend. The youth have to be trained to consume them early. Listen, there is the uniform stores used to be packed when my kids was in school. I used to have to get them early because I know the uniform store gonna be packed and they're gonna run out, right? Now, I don't know if the uniform stores them still exist. Maybe for a few. Because we're in the stores. Glenbow, Hobson, how you doing? How you doing, my friend? Don't know if you're in Florida or Georgia, but good night to you. The uniform stores are not packed anymore. When my kids was in school, I couldn't get into the uniform stores. And I used to feel so good ironing the uniform, even though I don't like to iron, right? But the problem I'm saying here, our kids are out of control going to school. Why am I sitting here? I can't afford to have a decent iPhone. But my child gonna have a brand new iPhone going to school? Some of you all children of Florida, okay? Well, let me tell you something. The day a child have an iPhone, the latest one, that child should be honor roll student. Your kids waking up tired in the morning because what they're doing, they're in the room, they're on the phone, they're on TikTok, they're all over. social media while you as a mother sleeping. Why in God's name you can't wake up your child in the morning for school? The child in the classroom sleeping in front of the teacher. Sleeping because they're so tired, but they don't work. Because the kids are up late at night on social media. Parents, if the child have their own room when they're ready to go to sleep, take the phone, take the laptop, take the iPad, and make them put it in your room when it's time for bedtime. Have a cutoff time for your children. It seems like the parents and the children are on the same age group. They act the same. The two of them probably sitting down and TikTok and social media together. Because if you can't tell your kids when it's night to say go to bed, and you're telling me, all these kids, they don't go to bed at night, they're just up all night, and in the morning, I can't wake them up. What kind of nonsense talk is parents talking today? We're acting like we're afraid of our kids. We have no rules and guidelines in the house. But then the minute a teacher call or a teacher talk too hard to your child, you're ready to go fight the teacher, knowing well at home, the child fighting you at home too. Because you have no control in your house. We were growing up, we used to watch TV. Remember, we didn't have remote control. The TV used to control our TV. The TV had control. The cable had control over our TV. You know why? When we reach a certain time at night, I think it was 8, you just see the TV turn black. Everything gone off. I remember there was a night for Hulk Hogan. There was a night for Wonder Woman. There was a night for Bill Cosby. There was a night. But there's a certain time of night, the TV just shut down. Since cable come, and since we have cable and internet and everything, we don't have none of that. But people going to tell you, girl, please, time change, life change, wake up. This is 2025. Well, listen, you could be in 2025, but you could still have something cultural about you that your parents taught you that works for you and is good that you could instill in your children. Okay? Them days long gone for real, Ronnie. And they're friends, not parents. And you're right, Troy. Them days long gone, but they're not long gone. You'll be surprised to know how many parents today have the control of their children's life. That when 9 o'clock, you hear the kids saying, good night, mom, good night, dad. Okay, there is some parents who tell you, my children watch TV up to a certain time. And there's parents that tell you, my children don't have TV in their bedroom. Those days are not gone. There's a lot of parents today who is very strict and raise their kids a certain way. And there is some that go to school, and when you listen to them, your kids is feeling like they're different because they're telling you what they do in their house versus what you do in your house. Let me tell you something. When we used to go to school, we used to line up and say the prayer, or they sing the anthem or something like that before we go into a classroom. Our children them run into the school late. They come in with the book bag, they throw it down on the ground because they're late, and the teacher better don't say nothing to them because mommy coming in tomorrow to ask the teacher why you scream at my child. You know, coming up, our teachers used to help to raise us. You know, coming up, our teachers was part of the village that raised us. But now, you can't your children them. Well, curse the teachers them out. So you can't pay me enough to be. So I salute the teachers out there who are teaching the youths of today, because those days are long gone where you could talk to children the way you want to talk to them. That's my take on that. Social media has a lot to do with what's going on in our children's life. And we as a parents, we need to be the village first. But the minute our children get out of control, we in the school cussing the principal because the child is out of control and she don't do the homework. But it's home. It's called homework. But the child come home, tell you, and half of the children come home and tell you, I don't have no homework. Well, guess what? Before the week is out, I used to stop the teacher and say, I noticed my son didn't have homework yesterday. And the teacher said he did. I said, no, he told me he didn't. He did. And I will take a walk into the classroom to find out what my son is missing out on. Then when he come home, him and I will be at that table. I never play, and I'm still not going to play. So maybe that's why I'm not a grandmother yet. But anyway, before I go any further, I want to thank everybody who came out and support the Labor Day Virgin Islands United event. I want to thank the tourism department of the Virgin Islands. I want to thank Attorney Hugh Campbell, and I also want to thank Best Deal Car Service, who step up and donate and give back to make our event a festival. I want to thank all the vendors. I want to thank the DJs, the sound guy, the band, and the people who came out. We had a wonderful time Labor Day weekend, and I must tell you, look forward to 2026. God spare our life, because we are leaving this earth little by little every day. Good night to you, my BFF. You know what the young people them say, my BFF, Colleen Jeffers in the Virgin Islands. Parents have to take control. 9 o'clock was it in my house. That's what I'm talking about. But parents are going to bed and the kids are up. Then when they wake them up in the morning, all the children is telling you they're tired. So you want to know what these kids were doing last night, that they can't stand up to hear what the teacher have to say. They're tired. Parents need to take control of their homes. But anyway, I want to say on October 4th, 2025, we are having the best. And anything I do, I'm going to call it the best. Okay, even this show is the #1 show, past BET and everything. This bigger than everything else. But anyway, on October 4th, if you're not at the prayer breakfast, you're going to want to rub off some of what everybody come out to experience, going to experience. We have the famous Wendy Mitchell is coming to tear the Bronx down. Then we have Pastor Judith Esdale who coming with a message, and you know her mouth is powerful. And, I'm giving someone a chance every year. So Deneen is coming out to bless us with an opening. I can't wait to hear Deneen sing. We got to give people an opportunity to experience and to share the gift that God blessed them with. You're going to be there, Troy and Corinne. And let me tell you, the lady, Monier, call her Miss Moniera, she was the first to buy 2 tickets. She said, I'm going to be there or be square. But let me tell you something. Just don't come. Bring your family, bring your friends, bring your neighbor, bring your exes too. Because it's going to be a prayer breakfast. And I don't want people to think they're going to church. It's not like that. Troy, you were there last year. You see how the place tore down. You're coming to have breakfast, eat, mingle, dance, have a great time, and going to be entertained. So I want to thank everyone who's going to make this possible. You see the flyer on my page. Just Zelle your money in, get your ticket. Your name going to be at the door. And when you walk in, you just say your name and walk in like you come with a purpose, because it's going to be good. We're having a great time. We come in. Tell a friend to tell a friend to bring a friend. That's right, my ambassador, Miranda Henry Phillip. Let me tell you something. We are coming to tear the kingdom down. If your man left you, if your woman left you, just like me, I get dumped too, so I am proud to say it. I got dumped. So I come in to accept every prayer. I want them even less special hands on me. You understand what I'm saying? I need some prayer, because let me tell you something. People don't understand that when God calls you to do his work, you're going to be under attack every time. So don't think because I'm here running off my mouth, I never get dumped and all that. Man, I went through some things in my life that not even these glasses could read it. But I'm still standing, because you know what? Even through my trials and tribulation, I got faith in God. I trust him. Never let what you go through make you feel less than who you are. It is your test. And when God finished with your testing and you pass it, you're going to come out like Snow White. People going to wonder what happened to you. How come he didn't bury you? No, it was just to knock you down so God can show you, I got you. and I'm going to get you right back where you're supposed to be. He never leave you nor forsake you. He put you through it. He let you go through it because sometimes you got to go through the test. If you don't go through no tests and trials and tribulations in your life, you ain't doing nothing for God. God only put his people, his warriors to test. And when he calling you and when he getting ready to use you and to bless you, he gonna take you through some things. So I learned that everything I go through, I still praise God. I come on this show and I act like, I'm a bag of chip and all that. Even when under my glasses, I'm crying because I'm hurting and I'm being betrayed and I've been let down and deceived and all that. God still says, smile through your storm, my sister, because during your testimony, you're going to have to smile. Listen, you're all going to have to continue praying for me because this mouth of mine, you see, when people think that you're doing something good in life and they start envy you, you better get some praying on your life. Envy is a curse, is a disease, is nothing good. So you better be careful. And that's why sometime a gentleman told me my life is too private. I'm going to talk about that because I want to hear from women. I want to hear from men because that thing that come across me, it feels demonic. But let me tell you something. Every day of my life that I cry, I also smile. There's a thing that you smile today, you cry tomorrow, but it's the life that we live in. Even when you're crying, say, God, I trust you that you're going to bring me through this. You understand? Because look at me, envy people who have glasses. Go and go tell my doctor, I would like to get reading glasses. The glasses, them have me here, like I'm confused and I'm seeing double. You understand? But Janet said I must take them back. Okay? So all I'm telling you, don't give up on your dream. Don't give up on even your nightmares. Because your nightmares is going to become something one day that's going to give you a testimony. Okay? So about the mayor election, somebody text me. I ain't calling out your name. Who are we voting for the election? Because I came tonight with so much mix up, I want to make that one full show. Because this November election is going to be one hell of an election. Even Donald Trump is confused with our mayor election here in New York City. Even Trump. And if anybody confused Trump, they're well confused. They confuse people. Because I'm going to tell you the truth. Trump have no space left for confusion. So if anybody take time out to confuse Trump, then we in trouble. People, I'm urging every one of you, do not let me hear you say you're not voting in November. I have to give you a show down about all these mayors that is running. And I want to hear from you because this election, it's sweet and it ain't happened yet. You ever see a mango and it looks sweet and you ain't taste it yet, but you don't know the mango sweet? That's how I feel about this election coming up in November. And if you say you're not voting, something wrong with you. You better make sure that you come out and vote November. That's a show by itself we got to talk about because it's sweeter than the mango you had from Haiti. I don't know, they say Haitian mango, that's what they call them. I don't know how the mango could be Haitian mango, and we in Haiti, they send them from. That's a whole different thing, okay? They gave you progressive lens. You will get used to it. Janet, you use big word on me. I don't know what, I thought progressive was a insurance. Now you're telling me I have on progressive lens glasses. So you mean I have on Geico glasses? Bend, but not broken. That's right, sweetheart. We gonna bend every bend we can because we have to go through trials and tribulation. That's why when people see you happy and people see you giving testimony and people see you jumping and praising God and singing love songs like Janet Dixon, we always think she in love and she's the only one in love, right? They envy you and they don't know when you went through your trials and tribulation. That's why when you go into your trials and tribulation, don't be afraid to tell people. Don't hide it and act like your life is squeaky clean. How much time you all hear me say, 3 man pick me up off the street? 3 whole man. And now that I'm getting ready to say I do, you all want to sit down and envy me? Wait till all you hear that I get proposed to. That you all think I'm a nobody, right? Because for years you all hear me say, oh, I don't have nobody, I don't have nobody, I don't have nobody. Okay? Alonzo de Castro, good evening to you. I was just telling Cheryl DeWitt that I got to be careful with these glasses, walking in them. Next thing I know, I go fall down because I don't know what I'm looking at, and you have to come pick me up. No. So as I finish here, I'm going to take them off because I was so excited for my glasses. I went to bed with them on. Popping style even in my bedroom. So people do not envy people when you see them with things. You don't know how to get it. You don't know how to keep in it. So me gonna tell doctor, Doc, I see everybody have reading glasses and I would like a pair. And he says, okay. I get my reading glasses now. I'm in here complaining that I can't see in them. I feel like I'm stepping on high clouds. All kind of craziness. That's what happened to us. When we people love to see people with things and want it too and don't know how they get it. But the election, I'm coming back next week. We're going to talk about that. Remember, I said we're going to talk about the mayor race next week. Okay? I have some little snippets and stuff to say. And I hope after I don't do that, they don't tell me that I can't live in New York no more. But you all want to know who we're voting for, right? And I want to know who you're voting for too. So you got to tell me and I'm going to tell you. So don't think I'm going to tell you my secret and you all don't tell me your guys' own. So we voting in November because this election is sweeter than the mangoes, them that they used to say come out of Haiti. I don't know where Haiti get mango to send here. Somebody got to tell me. They call them Haitian mango. And I don't know. Well, something going on good in Haiti. Can you all make it look like Haiti have life so bad? Haiti can't be suffering when we have so much mango coming out of Haiti. When we were growing up in my country, we eat mango for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. How the mango them nice and sweet. And Haiti gonna send all the mangoes them up here. And people say people in Haiti have hard life. I wouldn't get my mangoes. I would have eat them breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So big up Rackatone. Rackatone having his black and white fair coming up. I want to tell you about that next week also. But I love me some Rackatone black and white affair. It's so mature, right, Janet? It's such a mature crowd. You can go out and sit down and enjoy music from the past to the blast. And you come out there peacefully. You understand? I just go to give trouble. I just go to see what everybody aware, who come out and who stand up where, and who was at the bar, and who look lonely, and who look like they're, that's what I got to do. And they say, look at Avril over there. That's all she does, sitting and watching what's going on. That's all I come out to do. Watch who come out, who's single, and think the next time I go into Rackatone affair, I go in married because I'm tired of Sangstan. All these men take advantage of me because they always think I'm single. So they come over and harass me. No, I gonna have on my married ring. Beverly, good night to you. You say hello, lady. One time you used to say hello, my sister-in-law. Now because you hear me say 3 man pick me up off the ground and I'm gonna choose one, you don't call me your sister-in-law anymore. You're calling me hello, lady. Well, let me tell you something. Keep your brother. Keep your brother who promised to cook me porridge for the last 20 years and I still ain't get it. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, it is. You go nosy. Let me tell you something, Janet Dixon. I said it. Nobody said it. I said it about myself. I go to Rackatone Black and White Affair. To do what? Be nosy in people business. What else could I go there for? I go there single. I go there with Angela or Pauline. Women again, right? And I stand and I try to look cute, but it's watching everybody business. You understand? And they come in, And when they walk in, that's when the night turn up. I didn't want everyone to know your business. No, man, put my business out there. Put my business out there. I'm going to tell you about that next week. Okay? Because I lost a man because the man say, me too private. And I don't want nobody to know if I have a man and all this crazy stuff. They want me put my business out there on street for people to laugh after me. Let me tell you something. Rackathon Black and White Affair coming up. Ladies, the problem I have with this kind of event, you have 100 women in there and maybe 25 men. And out of the 25 men that's in there, maybe 18 of them leave their wife or woman home because they don't want to go, but they're not single. So the music are playing, the music sweet and the music turn up. And not a man want dance with you because video, everything on video now. And you know them a come go live. So the minute Avril go dance with Barney, you know that all over social media. But anytime Rackathon feel like bother me again about coming out to his Black and White Affair, I coming in there dancing with Sangster, with Barney. You understand? I ain't calling no more man name, but I holding down somebody man in that party. I'm not going to dance by myself. You all need to stop have these stupid parties where 100 women and 20 man in there. And then we come with them man, they bossy you here. They're walking like a them alone have man. But wait, 3 man, I fell down, 3 man picked me up. I'm not single anymore, I'm off the market. I got to update my Facebook page that I'm off the market. I wonder if they have one that says I'm off the market. Let me know that. But people, if you miss half of the show, feel free to watch it from the beginning because I can't repeat what I already said if you come on late like Beverly. Okay? My ex-sister-in-law. My ex-sister-in-law. But if you don't come to my prayer breakfast on October 4th, 2025, 9 a.m. at the Eastwood Manor in the Bronx, let me tell you something. If you miss it last year, the people that came last year already paying for the ticket. They're already paying for the ticket. Janet Dix now coming to see you to my prayer breakfast. Janet, you don't need prayer. You're all in Antigua. Antigua got 365 beaches. You all pan 364. Hey, never ex. That's right. I could never be your ex. Come on, bring you 3 men. Hey, let me tell you, Sasha Nolan, you just sign on. You just say good night, sweetheart. I don't know if you were watching and you just come on, or you're just saying good night now that I'm leaving. Well, Sasha, I heard you was in the park. I didn't get a chance to see you because I had on 2 different shoes, my fall down shoes and my other good shoes. So I had to try to limp around and act cute even though I was in pain. So if I didn't get to see you, it's because you didn't come to be a vendor and you didn't sell your food. And you notice how all the vendor them sell off their food. Me hear the food them good and turn up in the park. I eat some food there from the Rasta and from everybody who send me food. And let me tell you something. I wish I had buy enough food to last me until next year, September. That's how good the food them was in the park. So if you wasn't a vendor at the Virgin Islands United event this year, August 31st, you better be a vendor next year because the people them was still looking for food after the event was over. Food pun up. St. Kitts had the old, me frightened when me see St. Kitts flag. Miranda St. Kitts had a booth. And they come out and you know how them come out. Cook up rice, all kind of thing. They even had Marby. And that Sonia Merritt, all know me to get a bottle of Marby. Marby done and she tell me, Avril, how come you not get no Marby? What kind of question that Sonia Merritt? You sell off the Marby. You don't have no Marby. But you ask me, how come me not get no Marby? Instead I put my bottle of Marby aside. You know, I couldn't know how good the food was. Yeah. Uh-huh. The food was too good for you to know how it was. Well, let me tell you something. I come on here just to give a little mix up. But I say next week, we got to whisper about the mayor, who we voting for as a mayor of New York. Me say the mayor race is so sweet. He have even Donald Trump want to run for mayor. If him can spread rumors, I said Donald Trump even want to tell our mayor now he should come out the race. I thought Donald Trump was his friend, they said. No, Donald Trump is encouraging our mayor to say, come out the race. That's a big setup. It is a big setup. I cannot see for the sake of me, people don't see what's going on with our mayor race. So imagine, some people say rumors, right? This is just me saying this. Lexi, good night to your big bottom, Lexi, from Jamaica and St. Kitts. 2 passport in one. You just come on now, let me show I finish. But since you come on, you understand? May I have nothing to say to you because I don't want to switch. I don't talk people business. Is that me see you giving out bag and I call you, but you know, hear me. Sasha, I didn't see you. I was looking for you because you promised me to bring me food. Sasha, you come to the park, you couldn't have no food for me and take it back home. So that's why you hide from me because you know you didn't have my food. Sasha Nolan, if next year, 2026, at the VI festival, you don't have my food, even tourism, I'm going to pay them to take away your passport. You understand what I'm saying? Me say the event was nice. I thank everyone for coming out. And if you know an artist who want to perform, tell them, call me. Me just love to see how the artists them came out, showcase their talent, go on like them a big famous hot singers over the years. Me say, Lord have mercy, leave me bottom and tell me about Trump, please. Me say, listen, Lexi, this is between me and you. I'm not going to talk too loud. They said Donald Trump asked our mayor to drop out of the mayor race, right? And they'd be lying a lot on our DT, on our Donald Trump. So now he want him to drop out of the mayor race. It's between me and you, Lexi. I don't want nobody to say I say anything. So he gonna give him a job. That's what they say. That's what they say. So he promised to give our mayor a job if he drop out the race. You see how Donald Trump's smarter than you guys? Could you imagine if the mayor drop out and go say, Donald Trump gonna give him a big job? And as soon as he drop out the race and the race over, then Donald Trump now gonna give him a job for maybe 25 days and then he gonna fire him. Then the mayor ain't have a job because the next writing up gonna say that former Mayor Adams lost his job at the White House. Then what the man gonna do? Could he go back to be a police? He said Cuomo would be better. Cuomo would be better. That's what he says. But Lexi, we don't want nobody go say that we say anything. But since you say it, let me say this to you now. He said Cuomo gonna be better. Today a man tell me now vote for Cuomo, Lord, but I thought he was afraid of Cuomo. No, Lexi, you know, see the mix-up thing we are go through in November. They're trying to confuse us. That's all they're doing, you know. They're setting traps for us. Don't fall in the confusion. It's a setup. Don't fall for it. I gonna tell you next week. Who is who next week? Cause somebody asked me about you think what's his name gonna win? I say who? He say Hamin. I say who is Hamin? All kind of names that come up for governor now. Names where people can't even mention. I said, there's nobody in the race called Hamin. I said, go back and Google who is running for mayor of New York, please, before you go out and go into the voting pool and say you come to vote for Hamin. I never hear nobody named Hamin yet. People do your homework, you hear me? Because this is one election. I'm going to wear these glasses at the voting poll. I'm going to have on my glasses. So first of all, before I leave, don't forget the parade. Big up to Kana, who's going to have their breakfast on September 20th. Kana breakfast will turn up. Me say some Jamaicans come last year and you would have think it's a Jamaican breakfast when Why Young and Pauline and them come in there and harass off my prime minister at our breakfast at Kana breakfast on September 20th this year. 2-0. Because you know, we island people talk with twist tongue. 2-0. And after that, all roads lead to the Senator parade. So we're having a parade in the Bronx, Lexi, on September 20. Me say we are go down. So if you're from St. Kitts, Jamaica, Antigua, the Virgin Islands, wherever you're from, come with your flag and represent and wear your country t-shirt and your shorts. You understand? So we're having a good DJ and we truck and we're coming down. We're bringing all the islands together and we are going to celebrate at Senator Jamal Bailey parade. And after the parade, We are leading up to Laconia, where the whole shing-ding gonna happen. So thanks to the councilman Kevin C. Riley and Assembly Speaker Carly Hasty, we have in 2-in-1, a parade, then a whole shing-ding after that on Laconia. So stay tuned, but get your flags ready, get your t-shirt ready, get your shorts ready, and if you want to come looking holy, come with that too. Because we're going to have holy music where you could dance to. I'm fixing the glasses, bear with me. So we're going to have holy music that we could dance to, but we're coming down under one umbrella. So if you think Eastern Parkway was million of people, we don't need 1 million people. We need loving people, because we're coming down where we are like family. You know the song? The family song? We're coming down like that. So our parade is on September 20th, unless anything change or if the weather change or anything, stay tuned. We need to get it right. Well, you need to get it right, Janet. Okay? No, it's Khalid. No. Lady Flame. Blessing everyone now that I'm leaving. You're coming on to say, good night, Lady Flame. Me have something to talk to you about. I'm putting you in this hot seat. So I'm texting you when I get off of here tonight, because I have a bone to pick with you. My bone with you hotter than the mayor race in New York City. So people, since I'm wearing glasses, I'm trying to not give too much trouble, because, you know, I'm all that and a bag of chips tonight. But keep me in your prayers, because sometimes the devil do come attack me after I'm heavy, happy. And I tell you the best thing 3 man could have do. I fall down. You notice even after I fell down, people say, oh my God. I didn't say, oh my God. I put my hands up. Them men picked me up. And after that, a man said to me, you can't be single anymore. And I said, no way. So guess what? I'm not single anymore. I think I'm getting married. So if you're out there and you're a singer like Lady Flame, I'm going to need singers. I want all singers at my wedding. I'm going to tell you all about my wedding coming up. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Me say me fall down. 3 men have to pick me up off of the street. I was so embarrassed. But when I look up and the man say, I got you. You see that word? I'm going to use that word forever. I got you. And after that, I feel there's a man out there who is saying, I got you. Janet, me not getting at this with you tonight. I said we're talking about election next week. Election gonna be hot. So next week I'm coming back with my glasses, if I don't forget them in my bag, and we're gonna have a discussion. But get ready for October 4th for the Avil Show Foundation prayer breakfast concert, and we're breaking breads together. It's gonna be a morning you won't forget. This is going to be great. This is the 2nd year. This is not the foundation dinner. I'm talking about the prayer breakfast on October 4th. Zell your money in, reserve your seat. You have time. Tickets are $60. But for $60, what you're coming to get, when you leave out, you might give me a tip. You're going to say, Avril, it was so good. I just need to give you a tip. Vivian Clark, it's a pleasure being with you here tonight. Thank you for staying up with me and being here on the Avril Show. Because let me tell you something. I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you for entertaining me as I entertain you. As I remove my glasses from my face, what good, my people? God love you, and so do I. Mwah.